Manchester United are officially back at work, and the preparations for what everyone at Old Trafford hopes will be a hugely successful 2026-27 campaign are now fully underway. Under the guidance of head coach Michael Carrick, the Reds returned to the Carrington training complex for the opening day of Preseason, marking the beginning of a new chapter filled with fresh ambitions, new signings, and renewed belief. Although 5 senior first-team players are still away, representing their countries at the FIFA World Cup, there was still an excellent turnout as experienced professionals trained alongside some of the club's brightest academy talents. The atmosphere around Carrington looked extremely positive, with every player eager to impress from the very first whistle. Several established first-team stars were among those reporting back for duty, including Harry Maguire, Mason Mount, Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Šeško. Their return immediately raises the overall quality and intensity of the training sessions, especially with Carrick looking to implement his ideas from day one. Mbeumo and Šeško, in particular, attracted plenty of attention as supporters got another glimpse of what they could bring to Manchester United's attack next season. Their movement, work rate and technical quality are expected to add a completely different dimension to United's forward line. It wasn't only the senior players catching the eye. Several young prospects were fully integrated into the first-team environment as Michael Carrick once again demonstrated his willingness to reward talent from the academy. Harry Amas, Toby Collier, Shea Lacey and Aidan Heaven all trained with the senior squad and now have a golden opportunity to convince the coaching staff that they deserve regular involvement throughout the upcoming campaign. Carrington has always been built on developing young footballers, and pre-season offers these youngsters the perfect platform to show they belong at the highest level. The opening session itself was far from relaxed. Carrick and his expanded coaching team immediately set high standards with a demanding program designed to assess every player's physical condition following the summer break. The morning began with detailed medical examinations and comprehensive fitness assessments before the squad moved into the gym for strength and conditioning work aimed at rebuilding physical sharpness ahead of the new season. Once outside on the training pitches, the intensity increased even further. Players completed repeated endurance runs designed to test stamina before moving into football-specific drills. Fast-passing combinations, quick movement between the lines, sharp possession exercises and clinical finishing routines dominated much of the session. Every drill appeared to have a clear tactical purpose, with Carrick demanding speed, precision, and intelligent decision-making in every phase of play. One particularly noticeable feature of the session was the significant amount of time dedicated to set pieces. The coaching staff spent long periods organising attacking free kicks, rehearsing dangerous corner routines and refining defensive corner structures. Players were repeatedly positioned in specific zones, while the coaches corrected spacing, communication and timing. It was clear that Carrick wants Manchester United to become much stronger in both attacking and defending dead ball situations, an area that can often decide tight Premier League matches over the course of a season. Attention will now quickly turn towards United's first pre-season friendly against Wrexham on July 18th. Supporters will be eager to see the first signs of Carrick's tactical identity on the pitch, while new arrivals and academy stars will all be hoping to make strong first impressions. Pre-season results are never the most important factor, but performances, fitness levels and tactical understanding certainly are. Away from the training ground, Manchester United are also closing in on another important piece of business. Andre Santos is now expected to be officially announced as a new Manchester United player after successfully completing his medical examinations at Carrington. The Brazilian midfielder is regarded as one of the brightest young midfield talents in world football, and his arrival would significantly strengthen United's options in the middle of the park. His energy, technical quality, ability to progress the ball under pressure and maturity despite his young age could make him an excellent fit for Carrick's style of football. If the announcement arrives in the coming days as expected, supporters will undoubtedly be excited to see him join the group during pre-season. There has, however, been a major twist involving another midfield target. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have officially withdrawn from the proposed deal for Ederson after carrying out additional medical examinations. Although a transfer agreement had previously been progressing well, United ultimately decided not to proceed following the extra medical assessments. Atalanta have responded by insisting that Ederson is fully fit, has no significant medical problems, and remains an important part of their squad. The Italian club have confirmed they are perfectly happy to welcome him back should the transfer fail to materialise. This development highlights just how seriously Manchester United are approaching recruitment under the current structure. Rather than taking unnecessary risks, the club appear determined to complete only those signings that satisfy every sporting and medical requirement. From my perspective, this is exactly the type of decision supporters should appreciate. Medical assessments exist to protect both the club and the player over the long term. If Manchester United's medical department had any concerns whatsoever, then walking away, even from a player of Ederson's quality, is a responsible decision. In previous years, the club were often criticised for making expensive mistakes in the transfer market. If this new approach prevents future problems, it could prove beneficial despite the short-term disappointment. United's search for midfield reinforcements certainly hasn't stopped. Reports from Italy suggest the club are now closely monitoring Roma midfielder Manu Kone as an alternative to Aurelian Tchouameni. Roma's position is understood to be firm, with the Serie A club valuing the French midfielder at around €50 million before entering any negotiations. At this stage, no formal offer has been submitted, but the interest remains active. Manu Kone would certainly represent an intriguing option. He combines physicality with excellent ball-carrying ability and possesses the energy required to compete in the Premier League. His aggressive pressing, ability to recover possession and confidence when progressing the ball could make him an excellent addition if Manchester United decide not to revisit other midfield targets. Whether he reaches the same overall level as Tchouameni is open to debate, but there is no doubt he has the qualities to strengthen Carrick's squad. Another player whose future continues to generate discussion is Bournemouth midfielder Alex Scott. Bournemouth are reportedly seeking a quick decision from the player during the early stages of pre-season regarding whether he intends to remain at the club or pursue a move elsewhere. Reports continue to suggest that Manchester United admire Scott's qualities, and there is growing expectation that formal discussions could begin soon if the club decide to accelerate their interest. Alex Scott is one of the most technically gifted young midfielders in English football. His composure on the ball, intelligence between the lines, and versatility would fit naturally into a possession-based system. If Manchester United genuinely view him as a long-term investment, delaying negotiations could allow other clubs to enter the race. Should United make their move now, while Bournemouth are seeking clarity, they may place themselves in a much stronger negotiating position. Overall, the first day of pre-season has provided supporters with plenty of reasons to be optimistic. Carrington is alive once again, competition for places has begun, exciting youngsters are pushing for opportunities, new signings are integrating into the squad, and transfer activity continues behind the scenes. There is a clear sense that Manchester United are attempting to build something stronger, smarter, and more sustainable, ahead of what promises to be a hugely competitive Premier League season. Now, the big questions are for the Manchester United supporters. Do you agree with the club's decision to walk away from the Ederson deal after the medical concerns? Should Andre Santos start regularly if his move is officially announced? Between Aurélien Tchouaméni, Manu Koné and Alex Scott, which midfielder would you sign to complete United's midfield rebuild? And finally, how many trophies do you honestly believe Michael Carrick can challenge for this season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Manchester United news throughout the summer transfer window.